Good morning, class 7th. I'm Sonali and I'm your biology teacher for this session. Okay, so in last video, I gave you the syllabus for UT and that was your first chapter, that is plant tissues. So we have done this plant tissues, the previous topics which I'll just give you a quick revision about. So tissues, we have done tissues are a group of cells that perform a specific function. So plants have certain tissues, okay, which are designed for their specific functions. Then plant tissues are of two types. They are of meristematic and permanent tissues. Meristematic and permanent tissues. Meristematic, which are actively dividing cells, and permanent, which are not dividing, but all the meristematic tissues which have become which have become specific and they are not dividing now, they have become permanent tissues. Then we studied about the types of meristematic tissues. They were apical, lateral and intercalary meristem. Apical helps in the length of plants tissues, then lateral meristem brings about the increase in diameter, and intercalary brings about the increase in length of the plant organs. Then we came to permanent tissues, which were of two types: simple permanent and complex permanent tissues. So simple permanent tissues are those which have only one type of cells and they are actively dividing in nature, but complex, they are of different type of cells and they are dead in nature because they are not dividing now. Then simple permanent tissues, they were found throughout the body, for example epidermis, collenchyma. But complex permanent tissues, they have only restricted presence, for example xylem and phloem, they are only found in vascular bundle of the plants. This all we have done in our previous video, which was just a quick revision of that video. So from today we will start about the types of simple permanent tissue. So the simple permanent tissue, they are of three types. They are parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. So these three are difference in their nature, they are difference in their occurrence, and because of these features we will just differentiate between the three to make it clear to you. So first difference is based on the nature. Okay, on the basis of nature, parenchyma are living cells, collenchyma they are also living cells, but sclerenchyma are dead cells. Okay, then on the basis of occurrence, parenchyma, they are present in almost all the soft parts of the plant. All the soft parts of the plant, like soft leaves, soft stems, in that tissues, in that parts, parenchyma tissue is present. Then collenchyma, they are present in dicot stems, petiole and beneath the epidermis. So you just have to remember they are found below the epidermis of the plant. Then the last one is your sclerenchyma. So sclerenchyma, where does it occur? They are found in all the hard parts, all the outer covering of nuts, seeds. They are almost found in the hard parts of the plants. So this was about the occurrence of the parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Then comes your cell shape. So parenchyma, they are round in shape. Okay, you have to just memorize parenchyma are round in shape. Then collenchyma, they are oval in shape, circular or oval. Then sclerenchyma, they don't have a definite shape. They are variable in shape. Sometimes they can be oval, sometimes they can be circular, sometimes they can be round. So they are variable in shape. They doesn't have a definite shape. Then next comes your difference on the basis of cell wall. Okay, so parenchyma has a thin cellulosic cell wall. It has a thin cell wall because it doesn't have any deposition. Okay, then the next one is your collenchyma. Collenchyma has an uneven thickening of cellulose and pectin. This is very, very, very important. You have to just memorize. Okay, there is a deposition on the cell wall of collenchyma and there is uneven thickening. and what deposition is there? It is the deposition of cellulose and pectin material. Okay, then sclerenchyma cell wall is also lignified. Okay, it is also thickened due to the deposition of lignin. तभी तो इसे क्या बोलते हैं? Lignified secondary cell wall, because it has the deposition of lignin. So this will be asked in your exams. What deposition is on the collenchyma cell wall? It is of cellulose and pectin. And what deposition is on sclerenchyma cell wall? It is of lignin. Okay. Now next difference is on the basis of nucleus. So in parenchyma, nucleus is present. Collenchyma, nucleus is present. But in sclerenchyma, nucleus is absent. Nucleus is not there in sclerenchyma because it is dead in nature. Then vacuoles, parenchyma has a large vacuole. Okay, then collenchyma is also vacuolated, but it has a small vacuole as compared to parenchyma. Then in sclerenchyma, as it has no nucleus, it has no vacuole either. Okay, then the last one, which is very important, the functions. Okay, so the function of parenchyma is storage of food and photosynthesis. Okay, storage of food, it helps in the storage of food and photosynthesis also. What is photosynthesis? The plants make their own food in the presence of sunlight, chlorophyll, carbon dioxide and water. That is known as your photosynthesis. Okay, so parenchyma helps in the storage of food, in food storage, and photosynthesis in plants. Okay, you have to memorize these two functions of parenchyma. Then next one is your collenchyma. So collenchyma, what are its two functions? It provides mechanical strength to the plants and support to the growing parts of the plant. So the two functions of collenchyma are, it provides mechanical strength and support to the growing parts of the plant. Okay, then comes your sclerenchyma. So what are the two functions of sclerenchyma? It provides rigidity and toughness to different parts of the plant. First, it will make rigid, the plants will be rigid, and the next one is it will provide toughness to different parts of the plant. So this was all about the functions of parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. And this table, this is very important for your exams, because it consists of the nature, occurrence, cell wall, cell shape, nucleus, vacuole, function, everything about parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. So you just have to memorize this table in order to study the difference between parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma, which are your three types of simple permanent tissues. Okay. Okay, so next comes your complex permanent tissues. We have done that these permanent tissues are of two types, simple permanent and complex permanent. So we have done the types of simple permanent tissue. Now comes the turn of complex permanent tissue. So complex permanent tissue, why they are known as complex? Because they are just made up of more than one type of cells. Okay, they are performing together as a unit. So what is the main function of complex permanent tissue? In plants, there is a need of water and food materials to all the parts of the plant. The roots absorbs water, okay, and the leaves prepare food. So how does it go to other different parts of the plants? That is because of complex permanent tissues, okay. They help in conduction of water and food in the plants. Okay, so because they are helping in the conduction of water and food, they are also known as conducting tissues or vascular tissues. Okay, conducting and vascular tissues. Then your types of complex permanent tissues. The complex permanent tissues are of two types, that is xylem and phloem. You have to memorize these two names. Okay, the two types of complex permanent tissues are xylem and phloem. Okay, so if anyone will ask you which one is the water conducting tissue of the plant, that is your xylem. The water conducting tissue is xylem. And which one is the food conducting tissue, food and minerals conducting tissue of the plant, that is your phloem. Okay, then these two, xylem and phloem, they are divided into four parts. Okay, so the components or the parts of xylem are tracheids, basal elements, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. Okay, that is tracheids, basal elements, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. And same, phloem is also divided into four parts. They are sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, and phloem fibers. Okay, the 4 parts of phloem are sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, and phloem fibers. Okay, now comes your difference between xylem and phloem. Okay, so what is the difference between xylem and phloem? We have done it all. Xylem is the water conducting tissue. It conducts water and dissolved minerals from roots to the aerial parts of the plants. Okay, roots से ऊपर aerial parts. Aerial parts कौन से होते हैं? The parts present in air like leaves, stem. Okay, तो वहाँ तक आपका water conduct करता है. Then phloem are your food conducting tissues. They transport the food prepared by the leaves to other parts of the plant. Okay, next one is your next difference is it consists of tracheids, vessels, xylem parenchyma, and xylem fibers. And phloem, it consists of sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, and phloem fibers. Last one is your in xylem, except xylem parenchyma, all the xylem components are dead. Okay, but in phloem, except phloem fiber, all the phloem components are living in nature. This is very important difference which you have to memorize. If anyone will ask you about xylem, so in xylem, only xylem parenchyma is living. All other components, tracheids, vessels, and xylem fibers, they all are dead. Okay, but if we are talking about phloem, only phloem fiber is dead in nature, but all the phloem components like sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, they all are living in nature. Understood the difference? That was all in your chapter of plant tissues. We have done all the types of plant tissues and the further divisions also. Okay, so if you want to just revise, take a quick revision of this chapter, you can come on your page number 9th on your books and that table is given. Okay, so we will just take a quick revision. Plant tissues. Plant tissues, they are a group of cells which in plants which perform a specific function. Okay, then they are divided into 2 types, meristematic tissues and permanent tissues. Okay, meristematic tissues are actively dividing cells. Okay, their cells are actively dividing, so that's why they are helping in the growth of the plant or increase of the plant. Okay, then permanent tissues, in it the cells that cannot divide, because the meristematic tissues which have stopped dividing, they have become permanent tissues. Then comes your types of meristematic tissue. So there are 3 types of meristematic tissues: apical meristem, lateral meristem, and intercalary meristem. Apical meristem, increase in the length. Then lateral meristem, increase in the diameter, and intercalary meristem, increase in the length of plant organs. Okay, then comes your permanent tissues types. So permanent tissues are of 2 types, simple permanent and complex permanent. What is the function of simple permanent? It provides mechanical support to the plant. But complex permanent, it transports food and water. Okay, then simple permanent, they are also of 3 types, parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. We have done the difference. Only the thing which you have to learn is collenchyma, parenchyma cell wall is very thin. Collenchyma, it is uneven thickening due to the presence of cellulose and pectin, and sclerenchyma, thickened cell walls due to the deposition of lignin. Okay, then comes your types of complex permanent tissues, xylem and phloem. Okay, so xylem tissues, they carry water and minerals from roots to different parts of the plants, and phloem tissues, they carry prepared food by the leaves to other plant parts, and vice versa. Then comes your types of parenchyma tissues also. They are of also 2 types, photosynthetic parenchyma and storage parenchyma. So some tissues are performing the function of photosynthesis, while others are performing for the storage of food. So this all was about your chapter of plant tissues. Here we end up this plant tissues. So till the time I give you the next video about this chapter, in next video we will discuss the answers, exercises, question answers, everything. So till the time, keep on revising, okay, and then you can do the answers from the next video. Thank you so much.